Good morning. We're here in our front steps. Hey, we wanted to talk to you today. Felt like it was an awesome weekend celebrating Easter and Jesus' resurrection to talk about doubt versus faith and the importance of doubt in our life. I consider doubt to be something that is natural, something that is smart, and we're here to tell you that doubt is okay. It's okay. We're talking about this because we were able to get some feedback. So I wanted to just kind of throw that out there, that if you have feedback or if there's something you want to hear about or discuss, send us an email or drop us a line. You know, we want to help people, and you can help us achieve that. You can like or subscribe to this video, and you never know whose life you're going to impact, and that's this entire mission. We just want to make a difference in someone's life. So if you don't happen to be getting out going to church this Easter, which is usually the Sunday that everybody is in church. Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
If it just happens to be, this is not going to be the Easter Sunday that you're going to church, then guess what? Here's a message for you. And again, this is an awesome message to talk about as we celebrate Jesus' resurrection. We're going to talk about doubt. Is there a God? Who created the Bible? We're not going to get into all that, but we're going to talk to you about that thing that just pinches at you the most.
Yeah. I got a couple examples of that while this car go by. Praise the Lord. But anyway, it's funny you just said it's weird because we sit up in front of this camera and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna say all this what I need to say. But you were saying that it's natural to doubt. Well, I'll say it's supernatural to have the faith. Okay, so they tug and toil or whatever, and then but they also play a great vital role for each other. So example of that is way back in the Old Testament. We know of a prophet named Samuel, same one appointed, powerful people. Obviously, one of them was David, strongest king of all time. And it takes me to a book called Judges. And so a lot of people know the famous judge Samson with all the long hair and all that, and he was deceived by a woman, got his hair cut, lost his power, all that other stuff. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about this judge named Gideon. Okay, so Gideon, he struggled with that, with doubt. And it shows in the Bible where he asked God for certain things to do two things, I believe, why he asked a certain question from God. And it was one, to strengthen his weakness in faith, and two, to even show people that show evidence that he was actually called by God to do what he was supposed to do. And so in the book of Judges, it's a crazy cycle, just like what we always do with God. We have rebellion against him, there's retribution, there's repentance, and then there's also restoration. So in this Old Testament, it's full of that. So in this book, God appointed Gideon to be one of the judges to lead Israel out of where they were at. And in this book, once he's appointed, he's like, I'm not the guy, God. I don't think that's me. I'm the least amongst my father's house, first of all, and I don't think I can do this job. And the angel of the Lord said, you know, I want you to do something for me. And so he went and did these things. And then he was amazed about the miracles that he saw. And so he was like, truly, I did see the angel of the Lord speak to me. And so he was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do what you asked me to do, God. But in the midst of all of that, here comes the doubt again. God told Gideon that, look, I'm going to deliver you and your people by your own hands. If you just believe and have faith in me. So in this time, they were basically held captive by the Midianites. And God told Gideon, look, go ahead. You're going to be able to deliver my people. But I need you to do, and so when he told him that, Gideon was like, I don't think, if this is you talking to me, first of all, and it's the same thing that happens to us right now. It's like, if this is you talking to me, God, show me a sign, like give me a sign about something, like what can I do? Matter of fact, I'm gonna test you, God. So he takes a piece of fleece, he puts it on the ground, and he was like, if this is you talking to me, and if I'm supposed to deliver our people, then I ask that you allow this fleece that I put on the ground, I want the fleece to be completely soaking wet, and I want the ground up underneath to be completely dry. God did it. Boom. And he was like, oh shoot, he did it. So I'm still scared. And that's the thing about doubt. Like, I believe fear it feeds doubt.
Amen. It does. I read that.
It feeds doubt. Okay. And so he did it again. He was like, all right, well, I got to test you one more time if this is really you. So he did it again. He said, all right, I'm gonna ask the reversal this time, God. If I wake up in the morning And after I put this at night, and I put the fleece on a piece of fleece on the ground, I want the fleece to be completely dry, and I want the grass to be in the ground to be completely soaked up and wet. God did it. Boom. All right. So, but there's something else that happened. He had to go into battle. All right. So I don't know who you are today, but sometimes you feel like you have your own struggle, your own battle, your own fear. Doubt has put you into a place where you feel like you got to get ready to go into a battle before you can even claim what God has given you. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, he does that, and he says, okay, so I'm gonna send you and your people. But God said, I'm gonna show you so much that it's got to be me and it's not your people, because you got too many people. First of all, you got over 22,000 people that's getting ready to go into a battle. I need you to peel back all those guys, peel them back. So God did a lot of tests. I can't go all deep in that, but God did a lot of tests for that, to pull all those people back. Then it ends up where he only have 300 people, and he got to go and fight thousands and thousands of people. But here's the deal: he never had to strike a hand. He never had to pull out a sword. He never had to strike anyone with any weapon or anything like that. What he did was just say, all right, I need you and this 300 people, march around these people that's in the valley, because they just encamped around you and they ready to get you. So they're pretty much fearful, but Gideon had to reassure his people, whether your responsibility is big or whether it's small, reassure your people that God is with you. And I'm here to reassure you right now that God is with you through your doubt, that God is still going to be there. He's going to reach out his hand and grab you and help you and pull you up. But anyway, they go up, they pull out their trumpets. That's all they had to do. Pull out trumpets, 300 men. They blew trumpets. Once again, I guess I like that sound. I like that sound. But anyway, pull out their trumpets and they blew. And when they did that, thousands and thousands and thousands of people, they killed themselves. They started striking each other. And then they didn't have to lift up a hand. And then God delivered his people through that story. And that's just amazing. There's so many things I could say right now, but I just can't.
Because we want to try to keep a good time limit, but at the same time, you can't put a time limit on God. But we hope that you're able to take something from it. And I can try to piggyback a little bit off of Keith here, if I can get my words together. And I just want to say that sometimes faith is like a puddle. I mean, not faith, but doubt is like a puddle to us while we're trying to build upon our faith. And maybe this puddle is something that you can step over. Or maybe your doubt is like a river, but you can still swim across it, you can still boat across it. Or sometimes our doubt could be the size of an ocean, where we're going to face storms, where we may even begin to drown. But you need to know that God is there. He's going to pull you back up. And we're no different than what is going on in the Bible. We are those people today. The Bible is there to teach us in our faith and to build upon our faith. Our life experiences today are the things that we can see, the things that are tangible to us. And you need to know, when Jesus was on the cross, as we're going to go celebrate him this Sunday, he didn't say, God, where you at? Come on with it, I'm ready. He said, why hast thou forsaken me? The doubt was there, but even through Jesus's doubt, he conquered everything. And then you can even think about to his disciples. When in Matthew, when Jesus was there, Jesus was tangible. They could touch him. He was right there with them. And even his disciples doubted. And that's where the scripture comes in, oh ye of little faith.
That's right.
We're to have faith the size of a mustard seed. If you don't know what a mustard seed is, I challenge you to go take a look at that. Which brings me to my next point. Doubt is there. I originally said it's natural. It's something we're going to do as humans. It is a smart thing to do, because what it does, it puts you in expectancy of what God is going to do. It demands a response from God. It demands a response, and it also puts you at attention to his detail. So you begin to pay attention to those things that you may miss on your daily walk, to know that God is there. And I want to tell you again, doubt is okay. Don't think you're unworthy. Don't think that God has forsaken you. Come on with it. And do not think that it's there to bring you misery and is there to continue to question your walk with God, that you're not on the right walk. That's not it. God ain't gonna forsaken anybody, none of his people. We are not here to be forsaken. He's just here to bring us love and joy, and we're to love him back. So I just wanted to encourage you about that, because even as Jesus was in the midst of his own disciples, they doubted. And he told them, oh ye of little faith, have it the size of a mustard seed. So don't let your doubt. Let me slide that in. Oh my gosh, you cutting me off. Let me slide that in. That's so rude. Go.
It's rude.
It's so rude.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I can't help it. She keep talking about ye of little faith. You of little faith. I can't help it, but Jesus is not the only one that walked on the water. Peter did too. Okay? So here's the thing. When they saw him, and this is after he already fed over 5,000 people, bread and fish. But they got in the water. Jesus told his disciples, "Get in the boat. You can go before me."
I got a whole nother story.
Hey, Jesus,
it's my turn.
Wait,
no,
Jesus
no,
told
no,
him to
no,
get.
no.
Hey, for real,
So,
for real.
let me
Told him
you.
to get in the boat and go before him. He went up the mountain. He started to pray, get ready, whatever. They got on the boat. It got crazy. Waves was everywhere. They saw Jesus standing on the water, walking on the water, and they thought it was a ghost. And then Peter said, "If that's you," command me to come out. Command me to walk on the water. Same thing like Gideon. You know, we always ask, like, command me to do something. But it was fear. It was fear that drove the doubt in the end of this story. They were fearful. The Bible said they were afraid. But he said, if that was you, Jesus, command me to come out on that water. Yeah. He came out on that water and he walked on that water. But he looked around. That was the problem. He looked around and he was like, man, I don't think I can do this. And he started to sink. And then as soon as he sank, he cried out, Jesus, Lord, save me. And that's when he came down and grabbed him and pulled him up. See, that was that doubt. It demanded a response from Christ, from God to help us.
And we challenge you today to get out on that ocean.
Yes.
You need to have something at stake if you want God to show up.
Gotta get in the boat first.
Well, get in the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I'm saying get in the ocean.
Yeah, but you gotta
get in the
first.
ocean. Have something at stake. Take a risk and demand God's response. Okay, doubt is okay.
He will show up and
it
show out.
exists. I doubt. Just make sure your doubt isn't bigger than your faith.
Yes.
And remember that God is always a choice. He's a choice for your heart. It's a choice that you have to make. And that's a big point too that you also need to consider when you're approaching doubt and faith. But anyways, we love you guys. We hope this is for someone. It's a super long video, especially when you have someone who always has something to say.
That's hard. It's hard.
But anyways, happy Easter.
Yes, happy Resurrection Day. Believe on Him.
Amen.
You change your life.
All right.